Yeah, well, actually, we're working with a lot of hotel brands. And basically what we see happening is the kind of similarities between hotels and service departments. They're kind of starting to mimic each other more and more. We've actually been developing some prototypes for brands who want to do what the service departments are attempting to do with their public spaces. And we're feeding that back into what these guys would refer to as a traditional hotel. So in that sense, it's all about using the public spaces to drive revenue and pull the community inside the hotel. And I think that's basically come from the trend of boutique hotels, and essentially people wanting a more experiential holiday. They don't want to go to branded Hilton that looks like a Hilton anywhere in the world. They want to go somewhere where it actually speaks to the community. For example, you might stay in a hotel or a service department where the lobby has local produce, like we have here in Zoku. You would have, the bar staff. They all have knowledge of the local area, and it's really about kind of feeding the community back into the hotel to kind of enhance the concept and give a story, really. I think that's it. So in terms of trends, I think there's going to be a lot more crossover between hotels and service departments. The modular spaces, I'm not sure if, personally for me, I'm not sure if that will last. I think they've done it very well in Zoku. But the problem with that is every time you add another moving part to a space, there's something else that can break, and then you have to fix that item. So you have to be very careful with that end of it. I think technology is going to play a huge role, and I think actually for me the big thing that we need to look at is I think there's going to be a change in mindset of people, especially the next generation, because what you find is actually, you might get people coming to Zoku from, lots of different countries, but they're actually connected online already through online communities, and that could just be, they have similar interests on Instagram or something. So you've got these kind of nomads who are already connected online, and they're coming together in these spaces, and I think there's going to be an increase in how people think about sharing spaces. And there's already a movement in America where joined houses that are joined are actually knocking down their fences and they're just sharing their gardens. So all of a sudden they have a garden that's twice the size. There were some points made in there about the generational gap and people's perception changing. Even though traditional hotels are evolving, and they will survive because the brand is so strong. It's like everyone knows that McDonald's is bad for them, but people still eat McDonald's because it's on every street corner, and they know what they're going to get. So it's those brands, they have a certain dependability that people go to, so they're always going to survive. But I like to think that, I think it's inevitable that as the next generation comes out of millennials, that there will be a change in mindset in terms of sharing. And we've already seen that some of the major brands are trying to now target the millennial tech entrepreneurs and stuff. I mean, you get it with Ace Hotel, like Shoreditch House and the Hoxtons and stuff. They're appealing to young entrepreneurs, and the big brands need to now appeal to them as well if they want to catch up. It's actually great. I've learned a lot for sure, because my involvement in the sort of collective process is always more on the design end. So to actually learn some of the opinions of investors and funders and the operators, and actually people who are actually questioning where things are going, is actually really useful and very refreshing. And the other thing is, I think the format works really well, because no one really wants to go to a conference and just sit down for 2 hours because you fall asleep. So I think the whole interactive format worked really well. And rather than having someone just preaching at the audience, getting the collective, I think someone referred to it as a brain trust or something. Using the collective intelligence and knowledge in the room, feeding back in, I think you end up with a better result basically. So yeah, so it was good.